There's a lot of talk and arguing in the country right now about reforming health care. President Obama would have insurance companies cover more of our medical expenses and lower deductibles. But John Stossel argues that when people pay less, they eventually pay more.
I need you, boy. You got me covered.
The singer in this popular video sings,
If you really wanna be my man, boy, you gotta put me on your healthcare plan.
and politicians promise more health insurance coverage.
And cover everyone.
They cover everyone.
Cover more people.
But wait a second. Health insurance means someone else pays your bills. When that happens,
Charts.
there's more paperwork.
More here, everywhere. This is where some of the money goes. This stuff is not free.
This doctor pays 4 employees just to do insurance paperwork. On average, doctors spend 14% of their income on it. But that's just the first problem. The bigger problem is that with insurance, someone else foots the bill. So patients often don't care what things cost.
The patients have insurance, they don't ask. They just say, some of them tell them do this, do that. And some of the things they don't need to have done.
Insurance was designed for big catastrophes like cancer or heart attacks, but now people expect it to cover everything.
I need a flu shot, baby.
I asked the video's singers and songwriters.
You can get a flu shot at Walmart for about $20. Why not just pay for it yourself?
Come on, everybody wants more and now and cheaper and better.